Hey, I'm Sean for RustyShovelTV, and we're on location today at Brett and Laura Matlock's place. Good friends of mine, and they wanted to do a pondless waterfall system in their front yard, so that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to help them out a little bit. So he's already got his pit dug and our stream kind of carved out. We're going to do a berm at the top of the stairs, and we're going to come down with the waterfall. Everything's going to drain into a pondless basin in here that we're going to use the aquascape aqua blocks and the micro centipede and snorkel up to the micro falls at the top. So we've got our rainbow rock, different sizes of rainbow rock in here that we're going to use for the stream, and we'll take you along the progress as we go here, so should be a lot of fun. Okay, so now as you can see, we've got our fabric and our liner into our hole. That's going to be what's holding our water in our pondless tank. The next thing we're going to do is add in our aqua blocks right here. These guys are going to go in and create our cavity and get more water in a smaller area. And then we've got our pump housing right here. It's our micro snorkel and centipede unit, and the pump is going to go right in here. So we're going to start putting that stuff in here. Okay, so now as you can see here, we've got our blocks all in the basin. We got our snorkel and centipede right here, backfilling it now all with 2 to 3 inch size river rock. So that really sturdies up these blocks, and we're going to be bringing in some rainbow rock over top of these to really pretty it up. So that's the basin just about complete here. We'll be moving on to the liner cutting and the plumbing assembly right after this. So now we've got we're getting the liner in place and setting up the microfalls. So the microfalls, we're going to get level at the top here. It's going to sit level with our steps, and we're going to do some planting around it. We've got our bulkhead fitting installed here. You could bring it in with the flex pipe just straight in here, but we've added an extra elbow here to bring in the pipe from the side. We've got 1.5 inch kink-free pipe that's going to come in behind, feed in from our pump down in our basin, and we've also got a couple of steps down on our berm where we're going to use some flat rocks to get the waterfall, create basically like a triple waterfall effect. So we're going to bring the rubber up. The rubber is going to attach up to the snout here. We're going to attach it there, so all your water is going to be on top of your rubber going down. So that's this step, and we're going to get that hooked up and moved on to the next thing. All right, so we're getting ready to hook up our pump. We've got the AquaSurge 3000 pump here. We've got your cover on the front, and then we've got check valve in here as well. And there's a couple nice features to this. The check valve allows you keeps the water from running back into the system, so out of the pipe and back into the system, and it also is great for winterizing. So when you ever need to take the pipe or pump out, it's just a union fitting like this. You're going to turn that out, and then all you have to do is yank the pump out like that. So it's a great feature. There's actually a couple union fittings on there. We've got the check valve that works perfect for the micro snorkel that's going to be down there to house our pump. Now this one, this union fitting, the check valve comes with a variety of different fittings, for whether you're using slip fittings on flexible PVC, or you're using threaded fittings for 1.5 inch kink-free pipes. So all you have to do with that, we'll give you a couple extra fittings to go along with this check valve, and what you're going to do is just slide whatever fitting you need on top of that union fitting, and slide the union fitting right on. Now with the other threaded fittings, this guy's actually got, the union's actually got an O-ring that's going to seal, but for the other fittings, you're either going to want to put a bead of silicone on there or Teflon tape those. to make sure that you're watertight. So we're gonna put this guy, or connect this up to our pipe, which is connected up to our MicroFalls. So we're coming along, we've got our rubber attached to our MicroFalls here. So we've got the lip here. We're starting to frame in our falls. So when you're doing this, what we've done is just kind of selected 3 pieces of marble that we're using for flat pieces. So the water's going to come out here with a fall. We're putting some rocks in here. Again, we'll have to play around with that just to see you know, how the water flows. Just the smallest of rock placements can change how the water flows. So but what we're looking for basically is a big fall into a kind of a smaller fall, and then 2 more smaller falls after that. So we've already started backfilling in our stream with our rainbow rock. We've got our 2 to 3 inch in there for our creek bed, and we're gonna kind of line it with some oversized stuff and play around just to see how the water flows. The rainbow rock looks, we washed up a few pieces here, and it looks pretty sharp. So just filling the basin up right now, and we'll see how the water flows through. So we're somewhat finished. We've got all of our rocks, well, not all of our rocks, but we've got a lot of our rocks in place. We've got our water flowing through. The AquaSurge 3000 pump is doing a great job for us, pushing through a decent amount of water at the top here. We're just now playing around with the placement of the rocks to get everything flowing the way we want it to. As you can see, we used a mix of different rainbow rocks, some field rock, primarily rainbow rock, some field rock, and some black marble Rundle rock as well. Just to give it a little bit of a different look to the eye, a little bit something different than just plain river rock. So the next step will be to put some foam in so that we know, or so that we get the water flowing exactly where we want. You foam in the cracks and the holes so that the holes, there are the cracks in the rock, so that the water flows over top of the rock instead of underneath of the rock. So that's going to be our next step. We're pretty much wrapped up here for the day. We got the bulk of it all done. We started at what time? We started at like 8 this morning, and it's about 3:30 this afternoon. We took a break for lunch, so it's a good day's project. You got a few helpers. So if you're interested in doing something like this in your yard, we can do it on any kind of different scale. Visit us online, RustyShovel.ca, or visit us at 680 Angus Street. We're hiding behind the North Alberta Station.